Welcome back, everyone. It is often called the trip of a lifetime, and today about 90 veterans are back in the Grand Strand following Myrtle Beach's second honor flight.
WMBF News reporter Laura Thomas was the only reporter on board tonight. She's live here in the studio with us with more on the special trip to our nation's capital. This is a huge deal for these guys.
A big deal, and such a pleasure to be on that trip with these veterans who were so excited to be on this trip and so appreciative to be honored for their service. Wednesday morning, about 90 veterans had the hottest ticket in town, a seat on the second ever Myrtle Beach honor flight.
When I signed up, there were no openings. 10 people dropped out and I got in.
They called me up and said, "You want to go on that flight?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, you can go." I said, "Okay, I'm going." So here I am.
Say kielbasa.
After loading up on the plane, we took off. And just an hour later, landed in D.C.
And we wish you a wonderful day in Washington.
But little did anyone know just how wonderful this day would be. From the moment they arrived, a hero's welcome. All this excitement certainly brought out the kid in everyone. But this was just the first of many surprises to come. The first stop on our tour of the nation's capital, the much anticipated World War II Memorial. After another warm welcome.
Thank you for your service. Welcome to your memorial.
It was time for these men and women to finally see this memorial built for them.
It's overwhelming, really, to find out the respect and love that everybody's sharing with us.
The memorial honors the 16 million who fought in the war, and it certainly feels like home for David Phillips.
It's an awesome sight.
And the reason for that Palmetto pride, much of the stone used in the memorial is Kershaw granite from South Carolina.
They mined 11.6 million pounds of stone from a quarry 5 miles from where I grew up.
The veterans then traveled all around Washington to the other memorials, the Lincoln, the Korean, and at the Iwo Jima Memorial, a very personal experience for James Griffith.
But this trip has been terrific.
Remember that historic photo that this memorial was based on? Griffith guarded Joe Rosenthal as he snapped this iconic image.
When the Associated Press got all the pictures it took, they chose this one.
And since then, this has become one of the most famous pictures of all time. But this trip was also about paying tribute to the lesser known who have served, some unknown. As the day was coming to a close, we traveled back to the airport, but little did they know what was waiting for them. Back at the Myrtle Beach International Airport, tons of people waved flags, cheered, and shook their hands, thanking them for what they've done for our country. Each of these veterans is a national hero, but also a hero to their families. Many made signs and met them at the airport for a homecoming hug. It's a fitting tribute and salute to the greatest generation and a true flight of honor for these Grand Strand vets. And honor flight organizers hope to take another trip in November. They already have some veterans who weren't able to go on this flight yesterday, so they're hoping to be able to do that. They just need donations.
I mean, that's just so special.
Yeah. It is.
That they get to do that, and, you know, the aging population and just thinking about Memorial Day coming up.
Yeah, they estimate that about 1,000 World War II veterans die every day, so it's very important that they're able to go up to Washington, as soon as possible.
What about cost, real quickly?
Definitely, each flight costs about $60,000, and it's all donated.
So they need some donations.
Definitely.
All right, thanks, Laura.